Premonição. Is that how you say it? The
I,
Brazilian
I said,
title of the...
I said no. How do we say it?
Yeah, I keep seeing the Brazilian poster everywhere.
Also, okay. Yes, Premonição.
Premonicio. Okay,
yeah.
Premonicio.
Yeah. Guys, you guys had a lot of responsibility when you get into this saga. Not only being the last movie with Tony Todd, but also to bring back the saga with another vision, another breath. How was for you? How this responsibility? Were you afraid of like bringing it back?
I think we were more excited, than afraid. We love Final Destination, and we were just so excited to be able to make our own, new version of it. I think the main thing that we were worried about was that it shouldn't be predictable, that it should always be surprising, because we didn't want to just do what you expect. The movies kind of developed a bit of a pattern, and we wanted to always make sure the audience was still surprised. And so one of the exciting opportunities was with John Watts's story, making this about a family. That opened a lot of new opportunities for character, emotion, relationships, but also starting the movie in the past and then flashing forward to the present in a way that kept it new for audiences, and maybe for the super fans makes them wonder, oh, maybe I don't know what's going to happen next.
The theme with the first scene that changes, that you don't see like how was after the vision. Amazing. I was like screaming in the cinema, really. That's absolute cinema, really.
Love it.
And how was for you to be with Tony Todd in his last moments in cinema? How was this responsibility for you guys?
Yeah, I think that was the thing we took the most care with. As we were writing the movie, we knew that he was very ill. And so the movie was written with that in mind, which I was very grateful for, so that we could kind of build the movie around his character and him as an actor, giving him the opportunity to flesh out the character, give him a lot more backstory as to why he might be the way that he is, because it's been very mysterious in the previous movies, but also give his character a goodbye, which is, I think, very healing to be able to have that possibility. And we worked very closely with him on that. He was very physically ill when he was filming, but emotionally he was filled with so much joy. He was so excited to be there. He was so great with the actors, and he loved being Bloodworth and kind of returning to that character. And when it came time to his goodbye in that scene, it was very powerful, because we told him to just put the script away for a minute and just speak from the heart about what is it all about? What is life about? What is death about? What have these movies been all about? Just tell us what's on your mind. And the take that's in the movie, where he kind of speaks almost directly to the audience, is just him speaking from the heart about how you need to cherish every minute because life is so precious. And I think that really comes across in that scene. And we're very grateful to be able to have given him that opportunity.
And I want to know from you, Ria, how was to be in this franchise, to know, I mean, you are like giving life to your character, but you know what's going on, because death is cannot be death.
Death is hovering. I feel like it was an amazing, there's a deeper part to this than I think a normal horror film or the other Final Destinations, because Darlene's fighting for her children, who she's estranged from, who she's left. And the fact that that arc gets to come full circle, and she dies for a reason. Am I allowed to say that? She doesn't die. She doesn't die.
No, different movie.
Just that she comes full circle is a really beautiful piece of the story. And I think I just think it deepens this story. It takes the humor and the death and the kills and the blood to a different level. Yeah. All of the family piece.
Yes. And Caitlin, I cannot speak about I'm using spoilers, I don't care. I was so sad at the end. I really liked her. I didn't want to see her more.
You know what's so interesting about it, though, is I think one of the keys to making all of this work is that, you know what's coming with a Final Destination movie, but what sets it apart is you want to see these characters fight. And I think that's why all of these characters are so lovable, is because they just fight. They just want to fight hard and they want to protect each other.
Yeah.
And nobody, I mean, in life, death is always kind of looming over you, and we aren't
Yeah.
going through our
It's
whole lives.
inevitable.
Yeah, you can't escape it. So in our regular lives, we are always dealing with the fact that it could happen in 2 minutes from now. It could happen in 5
Yeah,
minutes.
not in that way, right?
And yet you do
You know,
always
you
hope
know.
that there's somebody who survives these movies. You really want someone to walk away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get one
And I
over
really
on death.
want her to be the final girl. And Theo, one thing that is interesting, because in movies like Final Destination, I always hate the brother, the little brother. He always annoys me. I really hate him. But I really like your character. He's really nice.
Yeah.
How was for you to create this character?
Not difficult at all. I mean, Charlie, because Zach and Adam gave all of us
Mhm.
so much free reign with our characters to build them and play them how we felt was most appropriate. Charlie is just kind of just me, you know what I mean?
Vibes.
And I have an older sister, and that made it very easy to pretend to have an older sister. And also Caitlin feels like a big sister. So I mean, it was very easy, and it all came very naturally, honestly.
And my last question, Caitlin, into you. How was when the first time you read the script with the last scene? How was your reaction?
It was well, the last scene was completely different.
Yeah, it changed. It wasn't what we. Yeah.
Yeah. Because originally, what was it? You were going into the cabin,
Yeah.
and there was like a storm or something going on outside, and you were locking yourself in the cabin. I don't know. It was a very different ending. The ending now is really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I mean, we kind of did a couple different things, and we didn't really even know what was happening until just recently.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, the heart and soul of like the brother relationship, sister and brother relationship
Yeah.
was always
It
there.
was always
So,
there.
sometimes you just have to like quick thinking on your feet and do something else. And, the heart and soul was there.
And every time that I watch Final Destination, I get traumatized. I never going to be in a tanning bed ever, eye surgery ever. Now I'm not having I don't remember the name in English, but the
MRI?
thing
MRI.
Yes.
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
again.
I think all of those are good except for the last one. If you're told to get an MRI, maybe go
Maybe.
get it.
MRI, you probably should get it. Yeah.
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 The tanning bed you can skip, LASIK, glasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Be inside of a trash truck, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, if you have to, go ahead, go get inside one. Yeah, but I can't.
Yeah.
For you guys, what was the most traumatizing death in the whole saga?
I don't know if I found any of them traumatizing. I just enjoyed watching them die.
What's your favorite one though?
Timmy getting squished by the pane of glass in the second one. Thank
That's
you for letting me
right.
get that
That's
out.
right.
Thank you for letting me get that out.
I think I like the bus hit one from the first movie when she just steps backwards and just gets wiped out by the bus. I mean, that's something. When we were shooting it, actually, I remember like texting and walking around Vancouver, and I would be like, better look both ways before I cross the street. Like,
Absolutely.
really, I was being extra cautious.
And
I-
Richard almost died with the bus, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Or
He's
like,
many, he has
Yeah,
many a death.
Near misses. Yeah, you really do.
He has
What can
many
I
a
say? I'm lucky.
And you, Owen, what's your favorite?
I really appreciate the idea that a movie has ruined tanning beds for people like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like everyday things. Like, even if you needed it, you're not getting LASIK now. And I like that a horror movie did that to you.
To you.
I like that
Producers
idea.
will admit it. The producers will openly say, like, our goal is to ruin things for people.
I think that's fun.
That's what we set out to do. with
Ruining
these.
people's jobs, their
Yeah.
livelihood.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
ruining industries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time that you got the script, were you like feeling anxious or something about seeing your death? I would be like dying to see how I was going to die. Like how was for you guys?
Yeah, I loved the script. I couldn't stop reading it. It was so much fun. I mean, when I saw my own, scene in there, I was like, I think I went to my boyfriend. I think I was like, "Oh my God, like you are not going to believe this."
What do you say?
Amazing.
I don't remember. I think
Okay.
he was probably like, let me read it. And I was like, you can't, stop
You're not
saying it."
allowed.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that.
Yeah.
I was super satisfied. I was very, very satisfied and excited about it.
Yeah.
I felt like I was like, just don't be lame. I thought it was gonna be kind of lame. You know what I mean?
No,
I thought
it's
this guy,
amazing that.
it's never lame. Final Destination.
You just
So
want it
I-
to be fun. You want people
Yeah.
to enjoy it. You're part of it.
Your piece of it.
Yeah.
Piece
Piece of
of
the
it.
legacy. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to
Yes.
leave something on the legacy.
Yeah.
Yes, because now you're like you're the piercing guy, like
Yeah, exactly.
the drug
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten important medical things because of you. That kind of.
Yeah.
That kind of. Yeah.
Death is coming for our family.
Whoa.